Hey, I'm Caleb. With me in Woodshop. A while back, both of us asked you which project you want to see remade. Across the board, it was the beer mug. So today, we're going to remake the beer mug. Alright, I think I've got the perfect wood to make this. This is a wood called black limba. I've used it once before on this shop box, and I've always wanted to use it since, and I think this project will be perfect for it. I've got these two pieces, which are pretty boring because there's nothing really interesting about the grain on these ones. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out a section that I could glue together for a little panel for the bottom of the mug, so I could have that gluing up while I work on some other things. It's 99 degrees today, which is like terrible for me, but this glue will dry really fast. So I'm gonna glue these together now and have these drying while I work on everything else. And this is what I'll make the handle out of. I'm using this lighter one because I think it'll make like a cool kind of a stripe effect down the middle of the handle. I've selected 4 of my boards. I think I will be able to cut them in half and be able to get about 14 to 16 little slats for the mug. I have my blade at about a 12.5 degree angle. I think that'll work. I'm going to start by cutting all the sides. Okay, now this part is important, so I want to start cutting my boards down into slats. And when I ran it through the way I just did, the angle's going this way, so I want to flip it so the angle's now going down, and it'll cut the other angle, making almost like a dovetail type shape. And I'd start cutting slats through here, and then after I get all my slats cut, I could start cutting them in half. Got this stop block set up so I start cutting them in half. Okay, I bought these as 12-inch long pieces, but some are a little over 12 inches, some are a little under, so I've got a line marked at just under 6 inches, so hopefully I can get them all the same length. I've got 14 of my slats laid out on some blue tape. And I'll spread that around with the brush just to make sure I've got coverage everywhere. I've never had a problem just relying on the tape, so that's what I'm gonna do. Alright, while the body's drying, it's a perfect time for me to cut out the handle. I'm going really simple on my handle. If you want to go all wild on yours, do it. Or I can at least trace it out so we can cut out the base. My dad got a shop so I can't move. So I'm gonna glue the thing to the base. Somebody commented on my old video saying that you shouldn't use Titebond 2 for this application. I don't know why. I've made all of my beer mugs using Titebond 2 and I've never had a problem with them. Titebond 2 is non-toxic, Titebond 3 is non-toxic, so I don't know, man. And either way, the epoxy is going to completely cover that. So, yeah, put some weights on there, let it dry, and then do a lot of stuff like that. Alright, I've got a flush trim bit in my router, and I don't have it in the router table because I can't find the wrenches to get that out of there. I've cut 2 really thin strips of oak and I've let them soak in water, and I want to use those as bands around the mug, and they're still damp, so I don't know how well glue is going to work. All I could think of to do is go ahead and put glue on here because I don't want any like nails. This is some oak that was left over that I had ammonia fumed. Look, beer mug, I can't be the clamp. I'm just going to do spray lacquer. I believe that spray lacquer is completely safe when it's dry and you're not really actually going to have a lot of contact with it and it's not going inside the mug. But if you don't feel comfortable using spray lacquer, you don't have to. Just use like mineral oil or something. My gut tells me this is going to look pretty good when it's completely finished. I don't have much epoxy left, and there's about the same amount in each bottle, so I'm just going to dump both of them into this cup together. This is an FDA approved epoxy, so I feel safe using it. It's what I've used on all my beer mugs, but I would like to also suggest that if you feel uncomfortable using epoxy in a beer mug, you can also do beeswax too, but just know that you're going to have to maintain that. Well, that's a lot more viscous than the other one. You're going to want to stir this up real good for about 2 minutes. And just dump that in our beer mug. Slowly rotate the mug around, make sure it gets pretty even coverage everywhere, and I usually just keep that up until eventually it starts to look like it's moving a lot more slowly, and that takes a while. And then usually let it sit for about 24 hours and it's good to go. There's the completed beer mug. The epoxy is completely dry now. Yeah, I hated the original beer mug video. It's like 30 minutes long. And me being really obnoxious and saying dadburn like 50 times. So thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. And what do thumbs ups do for the YouTube algorithm? They help it. They help it. You can subscribe to this channel. I have brand new woodworking projects like this every single Friday, and every Wednesday we do a follow-up on those projects, which means next Wednesday we'll be following up on this.
Yeah, that's the best part, the follow-up.
Click that notification bell so you do not miss a video. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.